Hi everyone, welcome to Backstory, another episode where I am looking to talk to another comic YouTuber and try to get into their mind. As you know from the last episode, I'm trying to break and shed light on the stereotype of comic books and the readers themselves and see what makes them tick, pretty much. This week, this time, we do have Phil from Comics Gaming Figures. Hey Phil.
Hey folks.
How you doing?
All good.
Yeah.
Delighted to be here.
Say it again.
Delighted to be here.
Awesome. I'm happy you've said yes. I mean, you know, you commented, you said you liked the last one, and I'm like, yes. I mean, I watch your videos. I like what you got. You like a lot of indie books like me. And I think that's where our common interests lie, apart from the fact that we like comics.
Yeah.
I mean
I think it's good too that the show you do and the previous one you've done with Donoff Comics and Shane, because a lot of UK YouTubers, and I didn't know they existed until the last 3 or 4 months, and now I know there's quite a few of us.
Yeah, same. I mean, it was exactly the same for me. Like, I started off like, you know, there was all these American comic YouTubers, and they got like a few thousand subscribers, and I'm like, how am I gonna kind of break into that scene kind of thing? And then once you start putting the content out, you start seeing people who are interested in your content. They comment on your stuff. You look at their stuff and you go, oh, you're British, and it's really cool. Yeah, it's
the interaction gets you like noticed more through the YouTube kind of algorithm, isn't it? Like the more comments and likes and stuff. So, but like if I ever searched for Comic Hall or Omnibus Hall or something like that, it was always American channels.
I know.
There was very few British ones appearing.
I know, and you would have to physically search for their channel, to be able to see their stuff. I don't know. Maybe we can make our own YouTube tag. You know what I mean? When you put in the tags on your video and be like British comics, you know, British comic YouTuber. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, hopefully we can, as a group, as a community, a British comic community, we can break it.
We'll grow together.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. And if we keep doing all these videos together, then I think we'll do well. But tell me about your channel. You know, how long you've been going for, what you mainly do, what you want to do.
This is my 3rd attempt at YouTube. I've had 2 previous channels that weren't comic related, but just stuff that I like in general.
Okay.
One was a tech channel. One was the random vlog channel.
Yeah,
and they were rubbish. And comics, gaming, and figures. That's my 3 kind of main hobbies. But YouTube kind of could be another one, or maybe it is another one.
Okay.
So that's basically what my channel is. My 3 hobbies kind of combined in one to share with everybody. And I don't really have like a goal in mind other than just talk about the stuff that I get, and you know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the comic community are very humble in that way, in terms of they're not doing it for the views and the monetization of it all. It's literally going, hey, I like this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do you like it? What do you like? Tell me what you like. And it's that kind of thing. And we're just trying to put our face to these things and just share it. And that's all it is.
That's the thing. I'm not going to quit my job and go full-time YouTube. That's not happening.
No. I don't think that'll ever happen. But, you know, it's fun. It's a laugh. It's stuff we would be doing anyway without, you know, like if you didn't have YouTube, you would still get your books, you'd still get your figures, you'd still play games. You're not doing it for YouTube.
Yeah. And my thinking also was that you're picking up these books and so on, and it's good to have like a chat about it. You know, you talk about it with other people, because
discussions.
Yeah. So you get involved in things like the Facebook groups, and you get on YouTube, and you do all the interactions, and you actually feel more that you've read this book, and then I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to listen to what someone else thinks about it. Because everyone picks up something different.
Exactly. Like everyone's got their own interpretations into certain characters. You know, a character you might absolutely hate will be a character that someone absolutely loves.
Yes.
And it's that diversity, and it's it is that discussion. And I don't think you could ever maliciously argue over a character, over a story, over a particular writer. You could just be like, I don't like this character, and you're like, all right, cool.
Yes, but everyone loves Batman.
Batman is cool. I don't read it. I don't read Batman, but he's great. I know he's great. Like, I think I spoke to Shane about this. Like, I've grown up watching the animated TV shows. I've seen pretty much all of the movies. I mean, I don't remember the George Clooney ones, but I've definitely seen them all. And I'm looking forward to the new ones and every iteration. And it's always interesting. Like, Batman is like the James Bond of superheroes. They keep swapping him out with different actors and stuff like that. But let's go to our first question. Tell me, right? Really easy. Why do you like comics? So what brought you to it?
It's complete escapism. I mean,
yes.
More so now, the world isn't overly a nice place. The news, for example, isn't great to listen to. You're on Twitter or Facebook, it's always grim and dark, and it's like comics are grim and dark too, but at least they're not real. Yeah, no, I totally get you. Just bury your head in a comic book and just that's what I do most. I read most in the evening time, and it's just everyone's in bed, lights are out. I'm sitting there reading a book, and that's great. That's ultimately that. It's just more like a way to relax and chill out. That's ultimately why I like them currently. But it's the reason why I got into it, and you mentioned Batman, the animated series, that was my kind of in to the whole...
That was your gateway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 34 years old. I know I don't like it. So growing up, I had Batman, the animated series, X-Men, Spider-Man, all roughly the same kind of time. Yeah. It's my time to watch cartoons. And them three cartoons were that's what got me into loving these kind of characters.
Yeah, so you fell in love with the characters that way through the TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever play like the Spider-Man PS1, PS2 games?
Yes, but is it Maximum Carnage for the PS1, was it? Or Maximum Venom? I can't remember what it was called.
But I can't remember either.
It was all right.
I think PS2 was where it peaked until the most recent Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the latest one is fantastic. And even the Batman games are the same.
100%.
And I know people that love or hate them. There's 4 different Batman games, but I loved them all, played them all. I thought they were all fantastic.
I think at the moment I'm actually going through Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying that. That's good fun.
That's the 3rd one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's very good.
What I am loving about that one is the second one. Like, whoever hasn't played the games, I'm going to spoil stuff right now, but you should, if you haven't played it by now, that's your own fault. In the second one, Joker dies, and what's cool about the 3rd one is how they keep him there, and he's in your head. He's in Batman's head, and he pops up now and again. And those are my favorite parts when he pops up. They're brilliant.
Yeah, I think was Joker in the more recent one before. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He's in all of them, the Joker, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, all the ones I played.
So you couldn't have the game without him, whether he's alive or not. Like, he needs to be there. Kind of thing.
You need some sort of influence from Batman. Yeah.
And that's the thing about with Batman, the Joker's, even in the books, the Joker's in his head. It's always the way. It's always like a psychological thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that you think he could be dead, a false sense of security, but really still messing with you some way, shape, or form. So,
yeah, it's really clever. It's really brilliant how it's been done. Going backwards a bit now. You said, in this time of time, what's going on in the world right now? Are you furloughed, if you don't mind me asking? Are you like off work or?
No, I'm working from home. Working from home full time.
Okay.
It's a bit grim, because you think it's going to be good, and it is. You save all the time in the commute and so on, but I'm working on my kitchen table, so it's
I've spoken to quite a few people, like some of my friends and stuff, and people are just finding it like they're realizing how uncomfortable their kitchen table is and their chairs. And I feel like a lot of them will invest in, in better furniture down the line because of that.
Well, I've actually ordered I don't know what we call it. So it's a shed that's insulated. It has PVC doors and windows. It's going to be heated and stuff, and that's for the garden. So it's coming in December. But ultimately, the reason why I'm getting it too, I told the wife it's for work, but it's for myself, really.
Man cave. Yeah.
Because we got 2 kids. The second one came along last year, and his room before it was my man cave. It was glorious.
Right.
Everything in it filled with figures and books everywhere, and all my PlayStation set up. It was fantastic. But he got it, unfortunately. So
don't sound too.
I know. I love my kids, really.
I bet.
But I wanted to get this room just because all my stuff's in storage. And it's got to the point now I actually forget what I have in terms of like figures and games and so on. It's like, and I'm afraid of ever seeing a figure or a game and buying it, thinking, oh, it looks cool, but not realizing I've actually got it. It's just in the roof space in the attic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Because you have all these comics with fantastic covers and brilliant stories inside, and a great thing about having these covers is being able to show them off. Like my Once and Future books here. Really happy with them. I think so far, like I haven't been collecting very long. That is my proudest collection at the moment. It'll probably get bigger and better.
It's one of my regrets not jumping on Once and Future. And I'm not on that book, and
it's still time. Still time. I mean, it's 11 issues in.
Yeah. Well, maybe I could pick up the trades.
Get the trades.
The deluxe editions when they come out. Yeah,
that'll be good. I mean, Kieran Gillen absolutely knocks it out of the park, and Dan Mora as an artist. I think he properly, like, reading Once and Future, I was like, that made me remember Dan Mora's name because of how well things are drawn. I think, like, I talk about that in one of my reading reviews as well. And there's just one panel where they go to Bath in England, and it says in the top corner that they're in Bath, but I knew it was Bath before I read that because my partner, she used to live there, so I used to go visit a lot, and I was like, that is awesome. That kind of detail in such a small panel is brilliant. Get into it.
Dan Mora, it's a strange one because I hadn't heard of him until fairly recently. But like he's on he draws Falcon and the Winter Soldier for Marvel. But it's not a big book in terms of, like, it's not your Spider-Man or your whatever, but the art is great. Like, it's like his art is actually pretty good.
His art is phenomenal.
I feel like it's like under the radar or something. Like, he's not appreciated or something because he's not mentioned with the big hitters. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe he is, and I just don't hear it. But
yeah, maybe. I mean, like, I don't know personally if he's involved in any Marvel or DC stuff, but Boom Studios have definitely, I don't know, they must have got like some contract with him or something, because he does stuff with the Go-Go Power Rangers for the books, and he does a lot of Power Ranger stuff, and it's just amazing how fast and accurate he can draw.
I think I'm just double checking how he definitely isn't Falcon the Winter Soldier in case I'm wrong. But just there we go. Is it Dan Mora? Please be Dan Mora. No, it's not.
Oh no, okay. Who is it?
Sorry, he's done the covers. That's what it is.
Right.
That's where I got it from. Yeah.
Okay.
He's done the covers for it. But yeah, Dan Moore's he's fantastic.
Great. Yeah, I totally agree. He's one of my favorites at the moment, and as well as what's her name? Stephanie, the woman who Stephanie Hans, the woman who does die.
That and for internal sequential art, like, that must take her an awful long time to draw a die, because it's fully detailed. It's fantastic.
I know, it is fantastic, and it was probably one of the first books that I read which doesn't have outlines or a lot of outlines in the art. Yeah, I was at first I was thrown back, but I'd started to gradually accept it and actually start to enjoy it for what it was.
I could be wrong, but that might just be her first book actually doing internal art. I think
really
she was only known for covers. I remember hearing something like that.
Okay,
so,
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
If anyone knows, do drop it in the comments and let us know. That'd be cool.
If I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, just tell us. Yeah, we don't know. So how long have you been collecting then? So you said you had your stuff. So obviously a couple of years because it was before your first son.
Yeah. Well,
first son, second child.
Second child, first son. Yeah.
Okay.
Daughter first. I was collecting before her too, but we were 3 bedrooms, so she didn't claim the man room. It was all right. I had it beside her room. No, I've only been collecting single issue comics for about 3 years.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, like being a Batman animated series and Spider-Man and so on, that's what kind of got me into the characters as such. But I was always afraid of the comic books because the numbers were too high. I never understood like jumping on points. I never understood like, do I need to read all these previous issues to understand what's going on? So I avoided it. And then it was DC and their New 52. Was it 2012 or something like that? And even then, I didn't want to buy the single issue, so I bought the oversized hardcovers. So that was my kind of first comic books, was Batman Dark Knight, and Justice League. That was the oversized hardcovers I bought. And that was it. And it wasn't until, like, say, 3 years ago where I kind of, like, understood a bit more. Like, well, I could just jump on at this point, and if there's something I need to read back on, I'll do that later on.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of books, a lot of them will have like as seen in this issue in the little editorial notes there, and those are good help. It's a good help for new readers when you are jumping in like hundreds of books into a series. But yeah, so
3 years down, and according to my CLZ Comics app, I have 1,833 comics.
Wow. Did you
3 years?
Did you see how many Shane has?
No.
So
do you have it on?
He's got a lot. It's I think it's on part 3 of the videos I do with him, and he has just over 8,000 books, single issue books. It is immense. Like I haven't even got 50. I mean, I'm just like, I'm so new to this. Honestly, like I got more trades than I've got issues. I think at the moment, I'm just smashing those.
Well, this is the thing. I tend to I buy the single issues, and if I read the first couple, I'll decide to keep that run. I'll just keep buying them, but I don't always get to read them. And then say I'm 20 issues in, haven't read them, I'll end up buying the trade or the hardcover just to have it. So I end up having the single issues as well as the hardcover. And I have no idea why I do that. Trades are easier to read as well. That's the thing.
Trades are easier to read, and their value doesn't hold. So I guess there's your excuse to not reading your singles, because you can say unread, unopened. Exactly. You can probably sell them for a good couple of quid if you have the right books in it. Sorry, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, I just wish I hadn't read my Venom issue number 3, because it's the hot book at the minute, isn't it? Venom 3.
Oh. I know Venom is huge at the moment, but I'm not keeping up to date with what issues in particular are big.
All of it.
Yeah, it is.
Donny Cates is probably my favourite writer currently, and he's very good on Twitter with promoting his books and building the hype. So basically everything he's writing in Venom, everyone's gone mad for it. They just want Venom. I'm in that too. I want it all as well.
Yeah, and he does Thor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Donny Cates. One book, I haven't read anything that he's written, but I do have on my subscription list coming next month is Crossover.
Yeah.
That's a book he's written for Image. That looks really good. It's a good spin on things, isn't it? Like, it's like, what happens if a crossover event happened on Earth, like in our reality kind of thing. And it just looks really interesting, really fun.
This is the thing with Donny Cates too. Whenever he was promoting that, he had a picture on his Twitter account, and it shows a character that looks very like Shazam from DC,
Okay. Yeah.
wearing the red costume. And instead of having the lightning bolt, he had some sort of gold straight line or whatever.
Yeah.
But now in the re-released previews catalog, he's now blue. So obviously in fear of like copyright or something like that. So,
yeah.
But he's very good at building that hype up even before he was able to officially announce it and stuff like.
I know. I did read in an interview about the book saying that like they're going to be referencing a lot of heroes that we do know in Marvel and DC, but without saying, you know, this is Batman, this is the Flash, and they will look similar and act similar.